Now on a Patreon poll with Celtic and Fenerbahce, Braga won.
There you go.
I stuck him in there because people always suggest Braga whenever we do a Portuguese one. But Celtic and Fenerbahce, I thought, they're going to walk this one easy. One of those teams are going to win easy. No, Braga.
Must be, I thought it would have been Celtic.
So the least popular team on there, we're doing Braga today. In kind of a rebuild. I mean, they have won competitions, but they haven't really done much. 2016, 2021, 1966, they've won the FA Cup. Of Portugal.
So they haven't actually won their league, have they?
No, never won the league. So obviously there is a thing in Portugal where there has only been 6 winners outside of wartime. So during the wartime there was a couple of other winners, but there's only ever been 6 teams who have ever won the Portuguese league. I think 3 of them have only won once.
I think they've come second once.
Yeah.
Shame, really.
Yeah. So we've got obviously Porto, Sporting, Benfica. They've won it multiple times. Then it's Belenenses, Boa Vista, and there's one more. Or is it we have to be the 6th? There's only 5.
Yeah.
I think that might be the case. Can we do it with Braga? I mean, it's a bit too much to ask for, really, isn't it? Don't you think?
Let's go for it.
God. They are kind of the 4th best team right now in Portugal. They have great facilities. They also have fantastic youth academy product. Got a lot of youth academy.
I've got a little story about their youth team, actually. Well, not about the youth team, but the name of the youth team.
Okay, go on.
I ain't telling you yet. I can't tell you yet. I'll tell you later on in the story. But
wow,
I'm just looking at that picture.
Stay tuned.
We're looking at that picture. We've just been talking about this and laughing about it. With the stadium.
It is the weirdest stadium I think on planet Earth.
And I'm going to ask people out there, anybody who's been there, can they answer one question for us? What is the wires going across the actual stadium?
Yeah,
we think it's structural.
Yes,
to keep the 2 stands up
because they are at such an angle that it just seems it has to be.
So if you've been there, let us know what it is for us, just so we do know.
And also, why is it located where it is? It is the most, weirdest spot. Is it just because that whole place, Braga, as a town or a city, that's what it is and there's just no other suitable place? Because there's only 2 stands in your stadium. It's so bizarre.
Recent times, I can remember watching Spurs play there and Arsenal played there, And I remember watching the game there, thinking it was quite funny in the side of the mountain. And I just thought to myself, I would never pay to go there. I would just go up the mountain and stand at the top of the mountain and watch the game. Bird's eye view, isn't it?
It is the most bizarre stadium, I think. Definitely in Europe, for sure.
I bet you any money, a nighttime game, I bet it looks brilliant if he was up the mountain. Just looking down, because the lights would be on the ground, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It'd be brilliant.
Well, we've got a fantastic stadium. I've mentioned the Youth Academy. Dan's got a story which he'll bring to us soon. Now, this first season, we don't get given any money, so I've brought in no transfers. But we do have a good team, and I think there are some fantastic players, including the Horta brothers. We've got Ricardo there, who's 26, and there's Andre a little bit further down, who is 24. I presume they're brothers, to be fair. They got the same last name at the same club, so I'd imagine they are. Rui Costa and Pablo Aimar as idols. Rui Costa was my idol too growing up. I loved him. But I think our best player is going to be Vitinha. Fantastic striker. He's 21 years of age. We signed him a few times. The tricky thing is going to be keeping hold of him. That's going to be the hard thing.
I hope we do, because he's only 21, so that helps the
absolutely
the rest of us, take the league on after us
for sure. So we do have quite a decent side, but again, it's the 4th best team, and the other 3 are a step above. So I think just staying in 4th will be great for us in the first year, which is Europa League football as it stands. And Europa League, speaking of which, we have PSV, Legia Warszawa, and Bodo Glimt in our group.
Right. I'll be disappointed if we don't qualify.
Yes. Now, in the league, so far, we have won 4 games out of 4 with a goal difference of plus 18, 12 out of 12 points. Okay, I'll show you the tactic before we take a look at the results then, because we are going for a 4-3-3, a very standard 4-3-3, with Vitinha playing up front, 2 inside forwards to help him out. This team is very much suited to this tactic, as well as playing one there as well in like a 4-2-3-1, but I think because of Europe and stuff right now, we'll stick with more defensively solid 4-3-3 and go for it that way. So let's take a look at the schedule then, because a great start to, we beat Sporting after extra time in the Super Cup.
Get in.
Yes, good start. So Ricardo Horta got 2, Mario Gonzalez got 1. It was 1-1 after 90 minutes. We won 3-2 after extra time.
Man, look at how many goals we were scoring after that, look.
And only conceded 1 against Portimonense in a 6-1 victory. 4-0 against Maritimo, 4-0 against Tadella.
Game, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. We haven't played anybody hard yet, have we?
No.
But so far, So good.
Yeah,
right.
you take that start, wouldn't you?
Now, as a whole 5 years, what is your expectation of Braga?
Well, you're looking at the top teams that you want to get in amongst them, really, didn't you? So I'd love to win the league.
Yeah.
But I reckon we've got to try and equal what they've done before. So let's try and equal second.
Okay.
And win a cup.
That's realistic. I think that's definitely realistic. And just put a good account of ourselves in Europe. I'd like that.
I think one of the top teams will always be better than us.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because they've probably got money because of their popularity. Like, there's hardly any money in this. And we've got a bit of debt as well. £22 million debt. Net debt of 14. Yeah, it's not good right now.
You're sure that if someone comes in to buy your best player, you're going to sell him?
Yeah, 100%. So. Right, okay then. Let's simulate the first season. First season then, 4th place as we expected. So no surprises
it's
just
pity,
yet.
really, because we were such a good start. I was hoping we were going to be in amongst them instead of behind them. So
we really dropped off at the end there as well. Only 1 win in our last 5 games, 70 points.
That cost us, didn't it?
Yeah. Sporting win the league, so that's back-to-back for Sporting.
Yeah.
Very good for them. Benfica in 2nd, Porto in 3rd. Quite unexpected, really, seeing Porto down in 3rd.
Yeah.
Because they obviously have won the most in the league. Top goal scorer, though, Vitinha, 24 this season. Very good from him.
Yeah.
Very, very good indeed. Right, so, other competitions then. We've got the Portuguese FA Cup style. There's another competition as well as Europa League. Oh, runners-up of the Portuguese Taça de Portugal placard. We are the semi-finalists in the Allianz Cup as well. Quarter-finalists, knocked out by Monaco in Europa.
It's not even a hard game. I want to put Monaco, really.
What, Monaco? That's
I'm disappointed.
They got money.
Oh, I know that, but you're disappointed when you come against a team like that and lose against them, and you really...
Yeah. I mean, Taça de Portugal, let's take a look.
Who did we lose against?
Benfica, extra time.
Extra time.
Who have signed Aubameyang.
I just seen today that Chelsea might even be thinking about signing him.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
There's some weird and wacky transfers going around right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we do a video like 2 weeks before it comes out, and by the time that the video comes out, unless we're talking about a Man United transfer, because it never happens, there are like, we'll talk about somebody, and then somebody write in the comments, oh, he's already gone so-and-so now. It's like, yes, you obviously we're recording this many days before. People just expect us to record this the day of.
Yeah, no, we will record it 2 weeks before.
2 weeks before, so always take that into consideration when you're leaving your comments. But still leave a comment. I really like the comments.
John, what I'm going to predict now is the season hasn't started, but the time this comes out, Spurs are top of the league.
Oh, get out. Come on, right, okay. Let's talk about something more realistic. And Vitinha's goals. He scored 38 this season. That's not bad at all. Ricardo Horta got 19. Muderos got 14 goals and 19 assists from that right-hand side. He looks like quite a good player as well. But they do have another youngster, I think, in this part here. We can see Rodrigo Gomez, 18-year-old. Excited to see what he can bring. Now, we have also just had, of course, the youth intake, which happens every year. And we've got some really promising players, including this guy, Fabio Pascal, who looks amazing for a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he also plays on that right-hand side alongside Rodrigo Gomez. So,
he wouldn't have played this season, anyway, would he?
No, of course, he's only just come through. He's only
15.
So he's made 16 appearances for like the B team or the under-19s. But there has been we need to obviously take note on these things. There's been a few times where a player has come through and done a good enough development that we can actually play him in the first team. That might be one of these occasions. Right, okay, let's go forward to the second season. Before we do, though, you mentioned the season already starting. Whether Spurs will be top of the league, I don't think will be realistic, but I do think realistic is that I'll be top of our fantasy league on SPITCH.
No.
Yes! I mean, we've already got 50 people in there right now as of recording. The season's about to start the day after this against Arsenal. But if you haven't joined yet, it's still not too late to join. The best thing about SPITCH is that it's done on a week-by-week basis. You can take us on a weekly basis. If you miss a week, it doesn't really matter. Of course, you do get rewarded more if you do play every single week, because you can see throughout the season. For instance, I dropped off at the end of last season because I accidentally missed a week with it, and that was it then. For me, you guys were already far ahead. I couldn't catch up.
You weren't going to catch me anyway.
No, well... maybe not. But I think actually the best thing about SPITCH, and we spoke about this recently, is the transfer system. There's the point system's great as well. You get points for passes, tackles, blocks, and everything, which you don't get in, like, say, the FPL, Fantasy Premier League. But the transfer system, there's no restrictions to that. And I used to hate it on the Sky Fantasy League because you only get like 40, and then I'd already use them up by Christmas, and then I get bored of it. Best bit about SPITCH, brand new 11 every single week.
Yeah, brilliant.
Can't complain with that.
See what games are being played, and you just pick the games where you think what teams will be playing better, and you just pick all their players.
Absolutely.
Works every time.
Absolutely. So, we have 2 links at the top of the description. One is to sign up for SPITCH, which is the first one. Have to have your identification ready because you do have to be 18 years of age or over. Unfortunately, right now, it's only available in the UK, Austria, or Germany too. But please, if you do join, the second link underneath joins the Community League. That's where you want to be, because there's 50 of us in there right now. There's probably going to be more by the time this video comes out.
The Community League and then look for Omega Luke's League then. And then click under that and you're in.
But there is other options too, like Season Mode, which is a brand new mode that SPITCH have brought in this summer. Now, Season Mode is a little bit different because if you do enter every single week, your top 5 lineups get put in together and you could win some massive money. If you're a bit of a gambler yourself, or you have like a spare £5, you put £5 into it, this is the reason why you need your identification, you could be put in for a prize pool of up to £50,000, which is amazing money. I mean, I wouldn't mind 50 grand.
Though. I wouldn't. So money, yeah.
Absolutely. But there is a free option as well on Season Mode. If you do that, there's a lot smaller prize pool, but it is available free to play as well. And that's obviously the benefits of SPITCH. You can pay to play, but it is free to play should you wish. There's so many of you have already done so let's try and get some more of you in there too. Thank you very much to everybody who has joined, because just by joining SPITCH, even doing it for free, you're actually helping support me as a content creator, because SPITCH keep wanting to sponsor videos because you guys are joining and getting involved, and that's what we like to see, and we're having fun with it.
Definitely are.
So thank you very much. Top of the description, first link to join, second link for Community League.
Take us on.
Second season, let's go. Now, we weren't given much money at all, but we did sell a player to Sporting, Paulo Oliveira, £4.5 million there. He played 30 games for us last season. We only just got him as well.
Yeah.
He originally played for Sporting.
7 goals as well.
Yeah, from centre-back. So, we had about £5.25 million. We brought in a centre-back, Andrea Papetti. This guy's better. Yeah. I actually think this guy's better. And he has a better potential on the game as well.
He's Italian. You know what I say about Italian defenders.
Exactly. Yeah. 20 years of age. Very good player on this game from Brescia. £5.25 million. 2 assists from centre-back. He can ping a ball, maybe. Yeah. So that's decent. And we've also signed 2 free transfers. Now, this one I think is a very good striker. And he could be a good backup striker. Or if we end up losing Vitinha, he can fill in that gap. He's 26 years of age. I think he's the first player we have ever signed from Qatar in a rebuild.
Definitely.
Has to be. Yeah. 75 caps, 35 goals for them too. We'll probably see him in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Now, free transfer from Ali Duhal in Qatar. He got 9 goals in 26 games last season. Again, just a free transfer, that will do. Now, this player, I remember watching a video on this player when he was 18 years of age, and they were talking about him signing for Manchester City because he's really skillful. Now, he never amounted to anything in real life, but Football Manager always like him. They always give him really good technicals and mentals.
They did sign a player who looked like him, didn't they, with the dragged in like
Yeah. So, Omar Abdularam, I remember him really well. You guys might do as well, because I remember it when he played for Al Ain, and I remember everybody talking about it because he was going to be like the UAE's best player. And he might actually have been the best player from 88 caps, 12 goals here. But we signed him on a free transfer. He's very skillful, can play across the midfield. I like his player traits, that flair, passing ability, technique, his vision of 18.
That's good.
He's got some really good attributes. It's just maybe the physicals that are letting him down a little bit. Whatever happened to him in real life, don't know. So those are the signings that we have made. Unfortunately, we didn't make anything else. We didn't get given any money at all. If you take a look here, we've only got £1 million left almost with a little bit of wage budget. But we have been rejecting offers too, like Porto coming in for some of our best players. We've just been rejecting them. Tactically, we go with the same thing. Just try and build on what we had, to be honest. I couldn't really see us changing much unless we went with that 4-2-3-1.
I guess we would have been better if the end of the season was a bit better. So
absolutely,
you didn't know where we'd have finished then, do you?
Yeah, and I think it was. I mean, we started the season really well. Had some great results. How have we done this season? Well, I'd say that's really good.
Yeah.
The only drop points that we had was a 2-0 loss to Benfica. But some good wins there. Aruca, I think we played last season at the start. Vizela 2-0, big 6-0 win there. Europa League, Monaco again.
Ooh.
That's who knocked us out last season.
We're going to get revenge. Oh,
Galatasaray.
Welcome to hell.
Yes. And Ferencváros as well from Hungary. Will we see us drop down into the Conference?
Yeah, I don't know this one. It's a difficult one, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, the final has been played at Puskás as well, which is obviously in Hungary. Ferencváros, there where they want to get themselves
Yeah,
there.
definitely, yeah.
Okay, right, let's simulate this second season. And the second season, it's 4th place for us again. It's a massive step between us. We do have quality players, but there's a massive step and there's no money. So right now, trying to chase them.
Yeah, because the games that we drew are the same.
Yeah.
It's just the games we lost. I mean, it's only 2 more games, but it's 6 points, isn't it, you know?
Absolutely. We did have a good goal difference, though. 48. It's higher than Benfica, but nowhere near Porto, who come back and only lost 1 game this season. Was it against us? I'd love it if it was. No, Benfica, they're rivals. Their rivals stop them from having a perfect season there. Okay, that's fair enough.
Right,
what about statistics? Have we... No. Aubameyang's top scorer, Tony Martinez, 25. We got 24 there with Vitinha. Cup competitions. Like you mentioned, have we won any? No. Semi-final of the Allianz Cup. 5th round of the Taça de Portugal. 1st round knockout by bloody Arsenal.
Now Arsenal's been mentioned, I'm going to tell you a little story now.
Okay.
We were formed in 1921, I think it was.
Yeah.
We played in green and white.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a shock. They didn't play in the same colour as what they are in now.
In 1947, they changed. And why did they change? Because the president at the time had dealings with business in London. So he used to travel to London quite a lot. So while he was there, he used to take a game in and he used to go and watch Arsenal. And he used to support Arsenal. So what did he do when he came back? He just said to the rest of the presidents that was there, I want to change our kit to red and white. So they did. In 1947-48 season, they were in Division 2 and they won the league.
Right.
First season they wore the kit. So what did they do? They changed their name of the youth side to Arsenal de Braga.
Really?
That's right. And that's what I was going to say with the youth team. They're actually called Arsenal.
That is fully commitment, isn't it? I bet you hate them now, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, the kit is identical, isn't it?
Yeah,
to
it's the Arsenal kit.
Yeah. Even their away kits is the yellow.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the little story I was going to tell you.
Well, speaking of the youth academy, we've got a couple of lads in there who are looking quite tasty. Getting better and better. Fabio now at a 2.5 star. Looks really, really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've got to keep our eyes on him. There's the other player that I was looking for earlier, Miguel Fale. Did a video on him a couple of years ago because he was very good on Football Manager. I don't think he's as good now, but he is still decent. So maybe we keep an eye on Miguel Fale in the future too. Okay, so yeah, we didn't get through any cups. We've got far at all. At least we qualified for the Europa League, which I guess is one thing. But what about performances? Who scored the goals? Vitinha got 31. Omar Abdelrahman got 16.
31 in that league's good, really.
Yeah.
There was the highest goal scorer and he was in the 20s last season.
Yeah, he is unhappy though.
Oh,
Wants to move to a bigger club, and Porto are after him.
Oh, there you go.
And unfortunately, this will be his last year as well. So unless we want to use him for one more season, lose him on a free.
I mean, he's a Portuguese lad. He's going to want to play one of the big sides, and you can't hold him back, really, can you?
No, I mean, he come through the youth academy. I think if you take a look, like he doesn't have like a supporter thing. Usually, he's born here. He's born in Braga, so you'd think he'd have some kind of loyalty.
Yeah, but he's played how many seasons for us, and really, he's not a leading goal scorer. He just wants that next step on, doesn't he?
Wants to step up,
and if he wants to stay in Portugal, that's where he wants to go, isn't it?
Very, very true. He's got ambitions elsewhere. Right, okay. I mean, signing of Andrea Papetti, I think, was really good. We can see here he picked up 6 goals, 2 assists, a very good average rating. Might even be the highest this season. It was the highest this season. So really good showing from Andrea Papetti, bringing him in. So that was fantastic work. Good business there. There's his centre back partner there, Tormenia. 8 goals from him, 3 assists. So our centre-backs are actually really good. They're performing really well. Okay, we'll go forward another season. Let's go forward to the 3rd season. Well, it didn't last long. Vitinha moved to Porto. He did have a release clause in his contract of 17 million. They wouldn't go any higher than 15.75, which is close enough, isn't it? He's already got 3 and 3 from as well.
There you go.
It's made us worse.
Yeah.
So it's going to be even harder. So, what have we done in regards to replacing him? Well, this is where a problem comes in. We've actually made £30 million because we've also sold Andrea Papetti to Atalanta. £14.5 million. a release clause. So
I mean, it's good profit, but he obviously didn't settle here, did he? He wanted to go back to Italy, didn't he? So
yeah, there was our troubles. Yeah. We had a lot of problems there. So after just signing him, we lost him. But £2 million. Why is that? If you go to finances, we have 0% of our transfer revenue is made available for us. They're giving us nothing. So we lost one player to the release clause. We lost another player to almost a release clause because he just wanted to leave.
I reckon they're saving money up to dig into the mountain to put it on a stand-up.
God, must be. Must be. So this is one of the hardest transfer windows I've ever had to do. I only managed to bring in 2 players. Let's take a look at them. Daniel Cunyones, a right back who can play wing back. He can also play left back. We don't really need a right back. We got Zay Carlos, who's quite good, but I think for backup wise,
you got to back up.
You got to have good backups, and he comes in. Now, the other problem that we had, which this guy was our goalkeeper, left on a free. He wouldn't sign another new deal to Fenerbahce, the other team which was suggested. So we lost our goalkeeper, our best centre-back, and our striker in one window, and we did not replace any of them because all we managed to sign was Kanya Fujimoto, who is a midfielder. So
it's not looking good then, is it?
It is not looking good at all. Tactically, what are we doing tactically? So we've got Lopez, who is 16 years of age, but he has fantastic potential according to our coaches and our staff, and he's even better than our backup goalkeeper.
The young lad, don't it?
So it's just chucking him in. He's on 55 quid a week. And we're paying him.
I'll tell you what, mate. Every time he keeps a clean sheet, I'll chuck a tenner in for that week.
I mean, he's only conceded 3 in 4 games so far and kept 1 clean sheet. That's not bad.
I owe him a tenner already.
Yeah, exactly. We are also playing Fabio Pascal.
Another 16.
Another 16-year-old, as many times as possible. And we are using the backup striker, which we got for free last season, Qatari.
Are we changing our name this season to Arsenal then? Because it's our youth team playing now,
basically, our youth team. We are going to the 4-2-3-1. I thought, why just go for it now? Yeah. Like, either we get sacked or we end it. I don't really know.
Talking of being sacked, in the 2019-2020 season, we had 4 managers that season.
Bloody hell. Watford?
Yeah. And what I didn't understand about it, I tried reading into it, but I just couldn't find out why these managers are getting sacked. The second manager actually won the cup. If you look on 2019, we actually won one of the cups.
Yeah, the TAC de Portugal, yeah.
So he actually won a cup, and I don't know whether he got sacked or just moved on to another club or what. I don't know.
Maybe it was an interim.
Yeah, I mean, but that season they had 4 managers.
Bloody hell. I mean, yeah, you can see here, 2016, it was Allianz Cup then, maybe?
I'm not sure now.
2020 is when we won the Allianz Cup. Yeah, so 2019-20.
Yeah.
But that is mental. That is Watford, isn't it? It's probably the first one was sacked. Then the replacement came in after a caretaker manager played a certain amount of games. Then he was sacked at the end, and we had another replacement at the end.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, well, maybe we'll get sacked. I don't really know. Let's take a look at our schedule, because currently we're winning the league, Dad.
Ooh, get in.
We haven't played anybody that's difficult right now. We seem to play them mid-season and give ourselves a bit of false hope.
Yeah, we've got one more game, then we got Benfica.
Benfica, yeah.
There we go then.
So we've managed to do quite well. 3-2 wins in a row and a 4-0 victory at the start of the season. Let's take a look at Europa League group.
That's not looking easy neither, is it?
No. Milan, of course, they look like they're going to walk this league. But then FC Midtjylland are a very tricky team to come up against.
Definitely.
I like the Danish teams who, when they play in Europe, they're always very solid and very disciplined. Midtjylland have got quite a nice link with Brentford, of course. That's I think that's more and more clubs are looking into doing that, aren't they? And that's that's another thing that we need to be careful of right now. Whether they are going to knock us out and put us into the conference. Okay, let's see how this does. 2 16-year-olds in our lineup. One of them being the goalkeeper.
I think the worst thing is the goalkeeper. Yeah, I'm really.
Let's see how this third season does. Right, we've dropped down to 6th.
There you go.
We've dropped 2 places down into 6th place.
56 points. That's not very good, is it?
No, it's not at all. However, Dad, what can you see on this page here?
We've won something.
We've won something. We have qualified for the Europa League despite finishing in 6th place, which must be really annoying for the 2 teams above. What is it that we've won? We have won the Taça de Portugal placard.
Get in.
We have won basically the
Porto,
FA Cup.
get in.
We beat Porto in the final, something that we won recently as well. Amazing. Unbelievable stuff. We got to the quarterfinals of the Conference League, knocked out by Napoli. Not bad.
No, you take it. I mean, Napoli, good side. Well, they can be a good side.
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually beat champions Porto in the final there, who finished on 86 points, 30 points above us. Good season.
Hey,
even though we finished in 6th.
All on the day.
Good season.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay, squad-wise then, who is scoring the goals, if anybody? Ali did get 26. Ricardo Horta got 22.
That's the first time we've had 2 players in the 20s.
Absolutely. Fujimoto's playing quite a lot of games and he got 11 assists. Our youngster, our first 16-year-old here, he's developed lovely. Even though he got quite a low average rating, he got 17 assists, which was the most this season. So that is very, very good.
Yeah.
Our goalkeeper didn't get that good of a rating. He got 6.86 average rating, and it doesn't look like he has developed quite nicely, just not as much as what I was hoping. And he conceded 42 goals and only got 4 clean sheets this season.
Oh, and it cost me 40 quid then, didn't it?
Yeah. It was so difficult, though. I mean, we've only been given 6 million next season. And we've now been given 20% of any transfers that we sell. So there we go.
There we go. Yeah. Well, we won something, didn't we?
Yeah, so that's nice, I guess. There's £20 million in the bank now. So I guess we'll go on to the next season and see what I've managed to do with all the pennies that they give us this season. Okay, so there was no real big outs, just a few £1,000 dotted around here and there. There was 2 free transfers that we brought in and 1 major signing, and we'll take a look at that first. It's Alan Velasquez from the MLS. Very good player on this game, Argentinian. We've actually used him previously in Europa where we did the South American team, Independiente. He was the star man there, and he has moved to FC Dallas, and now we have bought him from there. So, good player, £7 million. I think that's all right. He scored 13 goals last season in 16 games.
That's good. Yeah,
very good. We have played him so far, and he's done nothing for us. Yeah, so that's a little bit worrying. Maybe we're not playing him up front.
It's a little bit of a harder league, isn't it?
Yeah. Julian Pollersbeck, there was a goalkeeper. We needed one. We've brought in another goalkeeper.
Good experience.
Yeah, absolutely. 30 years of age.
Still going to learn of him, so.
Absolutely, yeah. German goalkeeper, they're always good.
Yeah, they are.
And we have signed a free transfer from Benfica in Gabriel, who's going to be a good midfield option for us. There are a couple of weaknesses, concentration, decision-making. I'd like to have them a lot higher in midfield, but we've got to work with what we can get.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's very good at being on the ball and his tackling, but with low decision-making and high tackling, there's going to be a lot of yellow cards.
His first touch and his passing is good, but his concentrating is low.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
No.
Because you've got to be concentrating to get your first touch under one and then get the ball away quickly. So
yeah. He's going to be one of these players who's going to pick up a lot of yellow cards because he's very aggressive.
Yeah.
And he loves to tackle, but he's got terrible decisions. I'm going to fly into this one.
Yeah, here we go.
But anyway, we signed him on a free transfer. You didn't play any games for the last couple of years, so we'll bring him in, see what he can do for us. Tactically then, let's take a look. We are sticking with what we have, and I'm making the executive decision to keep Mario Lopez in goal.
You just bought an experienced goalkeeper.
I brought in a goalkeeper,
and then you keep him out of the team?
Yes. I think this guy isn't too bad. He just needs game 17. Time. Yes, he's 17. But game time is the most important thing on Football Manager.
At least 5 years before he'd be properly developed.
We'll see. We still got Ali playing up top, and we still got Pascal on the right-hand side, who's 17, and looking really, really good now. Easily our best player on that right-hand side, and he's so young. Value is very high, but there's no way I'm going to sell him because you won't see any of that money brought back into the club. Okay, let's take a look at the schedule then. We have won every single game so far, even being Porto. Yeah. We beat them in the cup already last season, didn't we? So this is a nice result. Beating them in the Super Tucker, the Super Cup, 4-3. And quite easily as well. We were 4-2 up at one point. So very nice result there. Then we beat Benfica.
That's a hell of a start. First 2 games of the season, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. We beat Benfica in the first league game of the season. Massive from us. Maritimo, and we kept a clean sheet with Mario Lopez getting a 7.7 in that game. Yeah, eat your words, father. 3-2 against Maritimo, then we beat Casapia in the cup there. It always amazes me when you see like a lower club. 967 people went to that game compared to like 23,000, 20,000.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. 1-0 against this team here. Another clean sheet for Mario Lopez, and a 2-1 victory there in what can only be described as mud.
Yeah.
That is an awful pitch. I hope they've upgraded that. Okay. I do like
Europa League. Europa League looks...
Europa League is promising. Yeah. Partizan, Mainz, Lask. Actually, there's no like whipping boy in there because Lask can be quite tricky.
I'll be disappointed if we don't qualify for that, you know?
Yeah, Partizan always have a decent team.
They got to the final in 2011.
I remember that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the worst thing that can happen to you as a team and you get into a final about the team that you're going to play against? What's the worst thing it can be?
It can be one of the best teams in Europe.
What about one of the best teams in your league?
Oh, they face...
They faced Benfica in the semi-final and beat them.
Yeah.
And then drew Porto in the final and lost 1-0 to Porto.
That's so annoying.
To get there, you know what I mean? Especially since you got Benfica in the semi-final and you beat them, you think, yes.
Yeah.
And then Porto get beat they win their semi-final as well, and you think, oh, why can't we just play another foreign side? But yeah.
Or even just someone
It's good for Portugal because obviously they have 3 teams.
Yes, a coefficient
out of the last 4
and stuff like that.
So that's good, really. But yeah, so 2011 we got to the final, so we got a chance of getting through to the knockout stage at least here.
Yeah, for sure. Current holders are Leicester of this competition right now. So the winners recently have been Leicester, Villarreal, and Benfica, who won it the first year that we simulated. So there we go. Right, okay, let's simulate this season, the 4th season, and see how we get on. 4th season, we're in to the Champions League spots.
Get in.
3rd place, 1 point above Benfica. That win at the start was crucial.
Definitely.
We are
Goal
still
differences are better as well. Look.
Yeah, we are still 17 points behind Sporting at the top. But I'll take it. We go into the qualifying rounds of the Champions League. We still got to beat people to get there.
I know.
But we're in it. That's the main thing. So that's promising. We had a very good end of the season as well. 4 wins out of the final 5. No losses whatsoever. Very good stuff.
Good season, then.
Yeah. Did we have any? We didn't have anybody. Anybody in the player statistics anywhere.
That's the first time as well. So, yeah.
Okay, competitions then. First round knockout by Royal Antwerp. That's so
we got into the knockout, then he got knocked out by them.
Yeah. And even the 5th round by this club, Coimbra, who I think are in on... No. They're in the league below. They're in the league below, and they knocked us out the Taca to Portugal. Great result in the league. Yeah. Terrible in the cups. Maybe that's the inexperience.
Yeah.
The league form, we managed to do all right there. Okay, let's take a look then at the performances. 25 goals from Horta and Ali. That's very good.
Yeah, definitely.
Considering Horta's a left-sided player with 16 assists as well. Our right-sided player managed to get 12 goals with 7 assists. Let's take a look at him now that he's 18 years of age. He's old enough to buy a pint. Yeah, he's quite good. Very, very good indeed. So look, wants a new deal. That's good. He doesn't want to leave. He just wants a new deal. We can give you a new deal. That's fine. He is still only on 1.4k a week. And he's one of our best players. Whereas our goalkeeper. So Mario Lopez actually put in a solid performance of 7.08. 13 clean sheets this season with 2 player of the matches.
Yeah, that's good then, yeah.
And he's developed quite nicely too. So yeah, I think I made a right decision there. Bringing him in instead of Polas back into the team. Yeah?
I'm not saying nothing. I would have still gone with the other keeper.
Alright, well that's fair enough. Okay then, let's go forward to the 5th season. Let's see how much money they've given us. Okay, right, Champions League with 4.42 million. We'll see what we can do. Good lord.
Oh
well. Okay.
Europa League it is, I
don't think we can even make that.
No.
Right, okay. Let's go forward to the 5th season. Now, our transfer revenue's gone up to 48%. So if we did sell a player, we'd only get 48% of it back. But
it's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing, I guess. Let's take a look at some of the transfers then, because there has been some happenings. None on the outs, and we have 1 on the ins, Dad. It's a former player who actually left us in real life this summer, I think. David Carmo. He's gone to Porto, I believe, in real life. We've signed him back for £3.4 million because they never really played him. We never really replaced Andrea Papetti.
No.
So this was the signing replacing Andrea Papetti. Pretty much the signing that Papetti come in for, really, if you consider the fact that David Carmo left pre-season, the season that we began. But he's 6'5". He's great on the ball. I think he's fantastic to bring him back. He's still only 26. He can come back. The club that he come through, the youth academy, he's tried it at the big time.
Yeah.
He's won a couple of titles. Now he stays with us and seeing what we can do at his hometown club. David Carmo.
You can see we're a team on the way up.
Exactly, yeah. So tactically then, I think we stick with what we had. We're still going with Lopez in goal. Mario, I've got full faith in you. Dad might not have, but I have. I think he just has attributes where I like them, like agility of 13. He's got good decision making, decent concentration, his position is good, reflexes are fantastic, and his eccentricity is really low. And I like that in a player, in a goalkeeper especially. And considering he is 6'4", with good aerial reach and command of area. For a young goalkeeper, that's really high.
It's not bad, yeah.
No,
I'll give you that.
Yeah, so that's what I look into. I don't just look at reflexes and handling.
Change my mind up, but I'll give you that.
No. And so far, he's kept 1 clean sheet in 3 games, only conceded 2 goals. Not bad.
No.
Okay, so let's take a look at those games then. We started off with our Champions League 2-0 win against AZ Alkmaar. 2-1 in the home leg.
Get in. Got to win your home games.
You have indeed. Estoril Praia, a 5-1 victory. 1-0 in the first leg against Dinamo Kiev at home, but we went away and we defeated them 5-3, meaning that we have qualified for the Champions League.
And look who we got.
Yeah. Shamrock Rovers, though.
Well, so we should stay at
Europa League. Yeah.
We're not going to
But we get the money of Champions League.
Yeah, it's good.
So that's good. Real Madrid and Dortmund. Although I do think you end up getting more money if you won all the games in Europa League than what you would if you lost and won 2.
But it's nice to be in the Champions League.
It's just nice for reputation purposes.
I mean, you can't beat the Wednesday night Champions League games.
No, Tuesday and Wednesday nights, lovely stuff. When you hear that anthem played in your stadium, I mean, it would just disappear, wouldn't it? In that stadium, it wouldn't echo around it. The champions. It would just go, wouldn't it? You'd be like, oh, I can't even hear it. Never mind. But there we go. So a fantastic start to the season, because even in the league, 5-1 there and a 4-0 victory. So even the 2 games that we conceded goals in, we won 5-1.
Yeah.
So we're starting strong again. We've got some difficult games in these couple of months here, especially down in November. Our November is Real Madrid, Dortmund, Benfica, and Porto, and Sporting. I bet we can't wait for that game.
That is a bad month.
That is such a horrendous month for Braga.
We'll probably come away with one win.
We'll take a look. We'll take a look at November 2025 and see how that does. Right, okay. 5th and final season, Dad. Expectations?
Top 4.
Top 4? Well, top 3 is Champions League, remember?
Yeah, well, I'd like to come second to equal the best result that they've ever done. So to win the league would be brilliant, but I just can't see it.
No, right, okay. Ever so optimistic. Let's see how we do and simulate.
If we had a better keeper, we might do it.
Yeah. Eat your words, Dad!
You are joking!
Eat your words.
Well,
82 points. Joint points with Porto. Lower goal difference, but I think head-to-head must have played a part in here. Yes, we beat them at away as well. We beat them in Porto. Unbelievable. I never thought we'd win with Braga.
No.
Never thought we'd win with Braga. I would have been well chuffed if we just got Champions League again, but we've done it.
Well, I'll take my hat off to you, son.
And he only conceded 28 goals, did that lovely little bugger in goal. Mario Lopez, what a legend. Absolutely amazing stuff. Did we score it? No statistics. Assists. Pascual got 13. Fujimoto got 12.
But
David Carno actually was in there
2 seasons we have already had anybody in there has been our 2 best seasons.
Yes, meant to it. Team performances, maybe.
That's what it's about, isn't it?
Okay, what about our Champions League campaign then? I don't even care. We could get knocked out in the group stage. I won't even care. 3rd place, and we were knocked out in the first round by Bayer Leverkusen.
They're the same.
Tricky team to come up against. Sporting knocked us out in the 4th round, attack to Portugal. We didn't come anywhere close to the Allianz Cup once, have we? Knocked out the 3rd stage there. But we won 1 game in that against Shamrock Rovers. We finished on the same points as them. We actually lost to Shamrock.
We shouldn't have lost to them.
At home as well.
Oh, God.
We lost our home game to Shamrock Rovers.
You don't win at home in Europe, you don't get anywhere.
Well, we still went to the Europa League. We just didn't get any further than that. We mentioned the November. Let's take a look at November. We did win that 1 game, but we also drew to Benfica and we drew to Sporting. And we lost to Sporting in the attack of Portugal there.
Thinking of it though, when you come up and find out that you won the league and then say, now go to November what you're expecting, you're going to expect it to be better than what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a little bit better, isn't it?
A little bit better. 2 draws where we probably wouldn't expect it with Benfica and Sporting. Obviously that win that we did expect and knocked out the cup, unfortunately, by Sporting.
Yeah.
But yeah, still a very good result. I want to see our Europa League matches against Leverkusen. Oh no. We won 3-0 in the first leg, and we lost 5-0 in the second leg when we travelled to them.
Oh.
When we travelled to Leverkusen.
They must have thought they were through.
Yeah. Do you know what I find amazing by this? We look at their stadium. We've mentioned before their stadium's really good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Although they've only got 3 stands, we've only got 2.
Yeah.
We had a higher attendance. 26,000 against their 23,000 attendance. What is going on?
I'm going to bring someone else up as well there. Talking that we're 3-0 up at sort of half time, really. Isn't it?
Yeah.
We spoke about a team in our last rebuild that we said are good in Europe, Rangers.
Yes.
They just played one of their qualifying rounds for the Champions League, haven't they?
Yeah, they did.
They're 2-0 down already.
Yeah.
So they've got to change it when they can play at home.
Absolutely. Whether they have done, it probably would have happened by now, wouldn't it? By the time this video comes out.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see if they pulled that back or not. But that was a big shock. I couldn't believe it when I seen it.
No, absolutely.
And I think when I seen the highlights, the second goal was a penalty, and I don't think it was a penalty neither.
Oh, I hate that. I would hate that. I mean, this is annoying.
I think the referee went to the VAR thing, and I think he stood there for about 5 minutes trying to make sure it was a penalty.
Yeah.
It was one of those where he just kicked the ball at him, and his arm was about sort of there. It just hit him. He didn't stand a chance, really.
No.
But he stood there for 5 minutes trying to make his mind up, and then decided it was a penalty. Never a penalty.
Never. Well, good luck, Rangers.
I hope they do pull it back.
Yeah, absolutely. But there we go. That is our rebuild done with Braga, Dad. Is that more than what you expected?
Oh, 100%.
We become the 6th team ever to win the Portuguese Championship.
I don't think anybody would have thought that we would win the league.
No, absolutely.
That's the start.
It hasn't come up there, but you can see there are only 6 ever, or 5 ever teams to have done it. Boa Vista all the way there, and you can scroll all the way down, and Belenenses is there in 1945-46. Outside of the wartime, that's the only ones. Well, actually, they played in the wartime. Maybe it was a different time. I don't know. Portuguese people let me know down in the comments section. But we are the 6th team ever to win the Portuguese League. Gotta be happy. Let's take a look at the statistics, just see. So, not bad at all. Patreon members, of course, on the £5 tier, you can take this over. Dad will give you a bit of a thing in a minute to try your task for the next 5 years, but you've got this guy, he's still there, and he's signed on for another 4 seasons, if you wish. However, there is a £45 million release clause to foreign clubs only.
Yeah.
No Porto.
Yeah.
That's not bad. And Mario Lopez is also in there for another 3 years, because I like him, Dad might not, but he is in there for £35 million, or £31 million, and you get still only 48. And your transfer budget next season, despite winning the league, is £2 million. Dad, 5 years. What do you want?
I'm going to do a bit of a different one here. I've never used a player as a challenge as well. So one of my challenges is you've got to keep that goalkeeper in goal.
All right, yeah.
Because you've done it and we won the league and I went against you. You've got to keep that goalkeeper in goal. That's part of the challenge, right? So the 5 seasons he stays in goal. The second part of the challenge is to stay in the top 4.
Yeah.
And try and win. I would say Europa League would probably be the best thing you can win.
Yeah.
Because we got to the final and we lost against Porto. Try and win the Europa League.
Yeah.
So if you stay in the top 4, you're going to be in one of the European competitions. So that's the challenge. You've got to keep the goalkeeper and try and win one of the a Europa Cup.
Yeah. I've also got a challenge for the fans.
Yeah?
Fans of Braga. Can you buy Dad a Mario Lopez goalkeeper shirt? Can you imagine that?
If that arrives, if someone buys it for me and it arrives here, I will wear it.
He's a large. He's a size large. Mario Lopez. Let's take a look at his name one last time.
I'll tell you something we have forgotten as well.
What's that?
What's the food like at the stadium?
What's the food like at the stadium?
Some people have been telling us what the food's like at their stadiums. Someone tell us what the food's like at the Braga stadium.
Do you only get half the food because there's only half a stadium? We want to know whether it's fantastic stuff or not. Let us know.
Yeah.
And also, if you got a ticket to be in one stand and you get to that stand and you think, oh crap, I'm on the other side. How do you get there? How do you get to the other side? I want to know. Is it a big trouble?
Someone supplied with a pair of mountain boots. Off you go.
Yeah. So Braga fans, it's down to you. Let us know in the comment section. Thank you to everybody who's been signed up to Patreon and taking the challenges on. And of course, we'll see you next week with another one. Bye-bye.